Wait. Let me get this straight. So, she's winning amongst millennials. I think it's 15 or 20 points. But she's losing amongst boomers. And the reason she's going to lose is because she's not winning enough millennials. She has to win 70% of millennials to win. Right. Actually, that sounds a little entitled to me. Hey guys, listen. Maybe the reason she's gonna lose is because she's losing amongst boomers. The future's great and everything, but we live in the present. Look at the numbers. The boomers will decide this election. Who put Hillary Clinton in power? Or sorry, who put her at the front of the ticket? Why did she win the primary? Because all the boomers were voting for her. Why did Trump win? Because all the boomers were voting for him. This is an election where both candidates were picked by boomers. And the boomers are going to be the ones that make the choice. All the issues are boomer related. This is a boomer election. It's not an election for the future that will be determined by young people. It's an election for the past that will be determined by old people. It's not the narrative we're used to hearing. It's not the first time it's happened. If you look at 2004, it was an election between old people for the past. 2000, more or less so. I mean, Gore was trying to run as a young candidate, but I mean, it didn't work. Really, I think that maybe it's the 2008 election that was a little bit unusual in the context of the modern era. I mean, it's 2016, it's not 1966, right? I know we have to remind people that sometimes that it's not the 60s anymore. Listen, guys, they're both 70. Neither of them have any good forward-thinking ideas. The narrative is rooted in the battles of the previous generation. Abortion, multiculturalism, immigration, free trade. These aren't even issues to young people, okay? So, 50 years, I know the president-elect finishes his or her first term. Whoever wins is a lame duck on arrival. Stay tuned for 2020. We talk about the Democrats as the party of the youth. Maybe it's been true for the last couple of years. Wasn't always true. It won't always be true. But regardless, the demographic bulge is still in the boomers' favor. I hear rumors that it might turn over by about 2020. Okay. It's not 2020, it's 2016. Right? It's still 2016. It's not 2020 yet. And the boomers are still dominant. The boomers picked these candidates, the boomers have picked the narratives, and the boomers will pick the winner. And the rest of us are just going to have to sit and wait. Hey, I've been sitting and waiting my whole life. Okay, I'm used to it. This might be the last boomer election. But listen, like I say, there's a silver lining here. Which is that the demographics are going to turn soon. Okay? And that generational overturn is going to happen. And you really probably shouldn't be too upset about whoever wins, because nothing that they do is going to last. We're in line for a transformational, president to happen. And it's going to be big, and there's going to be huge changes and all these sorts of things. It's clearly neither of these two candidates. They're both status quo candidates. It might be 2020. Or maybe it's 2024. But whatever these people think about, how they're, trying to, these people should be retired. They should be at home hanging out with their grandkids. Neither one of them is going to chart a path forward for the country. They're stuck in the past. They're going to carry on the ideas of the past. And as soon as we have the, numbers to get rid of them, we will. And we won't just get rid of them, we'll get rid of their ideas, we'll get rid of their beliefs, we'll get rid of their values. In the short term, in the meantime, Like, open your eyes, guys. This election belongs in the 70s. Everything about it. It's the boomer election. That's what it should be called, the boomer election. In fact, send this to CNN, get them to make their, 2016, the boomer election. Because that's what it is. It's a narrative that, I know that people have been used to this narrative of young people taking control, but for whatever reason, we lost, okay? We got two people that are well past any age that should be even thinking about running the country. But those are the two options. And they're not going to come up with anything forward thinking. They're not going to attract young people. They're not even going to talk about issues that are appealing to young people. Because they're not even able to understand, right? Like I say, if you look at the issues, like abortion, young people don't even think of abortion as a political issue anymore. Multiculturalism, immigration, like how are these issues that are being debated politically? And then you wonder why people are tuning out, because it's boggling to them. They can't even believe that people are talking about this stuff anymore. But if you are a boomer, if you are older, then you've lived your whole life fighting these battles, and it makes perfect sense to you. That's all we've had so far, and that's all we're gonna get. Okay? 2 boomer candidates fighting over boomer issues, and most of the people that vote are gonna be boomers, and the people that decide who wins are gonna be boomers. Boomers all the way down, guys. That's boomers all the way down.